All Sports Talk Radio. I'm your host, Logan Landers, and today I'm taking a look at the Atlanta Falcons win total prediction for the upcoming 2022 season. So if you enjoyed this video or this episode of the podcast, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We go live each and every single week on Facebook and YouTube. We have clips for our shows on Instagram at 100 of Football, and check out our brand new LinkedIn page as well as our podcast. We will anywhere listen to podcast each and every single day, getting close to 1,000 episodes. We're around 950, I believe. So we're going to get there in no time. Over 1,000 plus videos live on our Facebook and YouTube. So go over there, check us out, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know we go live each and every single week. So let's get into it. The Atlanta Falcons, 2021, bit of a rough year, but a bit of a rebuilding year. New head coach, a lot of new players in. They went 7-10 overall. But let's look at their upcoming schedule this year and what I think their win predictions would be. So the Falcons currently have the ninth toughest strength of schedule right now. Their opponents combined to have over a 500 winning percentage last year, 524 to be exact. So it's going to be a little rough. And once we get into these opponents, you can see why. Let's do it. Week 1, we are kicking things off against the old rivals, right? At Mercedes-Benz Stadium against the New Orleans Saints on September the 11th at 1 o'clock. Week 1 on Fox. I think week 1s are always super tricky for me because you can be in the off season talking about, man, this team's so good. They've got all this around them. But then once the regular season comes around, they might not be so good, right? Because week 1 is week 1 is a little bit crazy because not everyone is fresh. Everyone is still trying to get warmed up. And it's toss-up really for any game, I think, week 1. So I'm going to go ahead and give that one to the Falcons. A perfect 1-0 to start the 2022 season. Let's go into week 2 now. Now, week 2, the Falcons are going against the defending champs, the LA Rams, at SoFi Stadium on the road. I got to say, man, I don't see this one happening. I just don't see it, man. I know the Rams have lost some guys. They've also gained some. It's a tough task. 1-1 on the year. It's going to be tough for them. Then we go week 3. They're going against the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson less now. They have Drew Lock over there. I think the Falcons get win this one. The Seahawks are going to be a little rough this year, so I think they could easily go 2-1 in 3 games. Then we're going to go week 4 against the new look Cleveland Browns on October the 2nd. So this one also kind of a bit of a toss-up because we're assuming that Deshaun Watson is going to play. If not, they still have Baker Mayfield. The Browns look pretty solid on paper this year, so I'm going to even out the schedule 2-2 so far through 4 weeks. Week 5, another tough game, right? Tampa Bay Buccaneers, division rivals. Tom Brady is back. Unfortunately for the Falcons, they thought they'd gotten rid of him, but once again, the GOAT is back. I'm going to go a tough loss here. Brady is just too good, I think. So I'm going to have them now at a losing record of 2-3. The San Francisco 49ers, week 6, a team who, got close to a Super Bowl last year, has a pretty good team right now. Still waiting to see what Debo does. But I think that this could be a tough game, a competitive game. So I think I'm going to go with the Falcons getting the slight win on this one, maybe like a field goal. So bump them up to 3-3, still at 500 through week 6. Week 7, they go against the Super Bowl runner-ups, though, with the Cincinnati Bengals on October 23rd. I got that one as a loss, so back to another losing record, right? So I just don't see it, man. It's tough. It is super tough. So looking at it now, like I said, they lost that game against the Bengals in week 7. Week 8, on the day before Halloween, they go against the Carolina Panthers. So looking at this one, I think the Panthers are a little bit rough right now, rough around the edges. It is a home game for the Falcons as well. So I could see them getting the win in this game against the Panthers. Week 9 is the Chargers. I'm not feeling it. I think the Chargers are a super good team this year. They're going to be tough to beat. And then in week 10, they go back to Carolina, this time on the road. I feel like they're going to split the series here against Carolina, 1-1. So before we keep moving on throughout the rest of the season, let's do a quick recap of these first 10 games. So I think that, week 1, that's a win. Week 2, a loss. Week 3, a win. Week 4, a loss. That's 2-2. Week 5, that's a loss. 2-3. 3-3 against the 49ers. Then we go to the Bengals. That's 3-4. Panthers, 4-4. So we're back at 500. And then week 9, we got 4-5 on the record. And then week 10, we got it's rough. It ain't looking so good so far. So 4 wins so far throughout week 10. Week 11, the Chicago Bears. That's a bit of a toss-up too. I'm not sure how they're going to look with Justin Fields, but I think the Falcons. These next 2 games are tough for me because the Bears, they got a lot to prove. So I'll give them a win in this one against the Bears. Week 12 against the Commanders, I feel like they could win that one as well. So back-to-back wins. Week 13, though, against the Steelers is interesting. Kenny Pickett and company. I feel like that would be a tough loss. I feel that they could lose against the Steelers overall. And then they finally get a bye week in week 14. Week 15, back to New Orleans. I think New Orleans is going to take this one. Week 16, the Baltimore Ravens. I think the Ravens will get that one. Week 17, the Arizona Cardinals. Once again, I think the Cardinals take that one. Then week 18, last game of the season, against the Buccaneers. I think the Falcons take that one in on a high note for the season. So let's do a quick recap here so we can figure out how many wins I think they're going to get this upcoming year. The schedule is super, super tough, guys. So once again, week 1 against the Saints, that's 1-0. Then we go against the LA Rams, that's a loss. Then we go against the Seahawks, that's a win. The Browns, I don't know, man. I might need to go back at my Browns pick. But I'm gonna say, right, I still think they're gonna go. I think they're gonna get three wins on this. So I think the Saints, the Seahawks, and the Browns, that's 3 wins right there. Lose against the Bucks. Lose against the 49ers, man. This is a super tough schedule, guys. The 49ers, I think the 49ers are going to get the win in this one. So still 3-3 through week 6. Week 7 against the Bengals, I don't see that one happening. Week 8 against the Panthers, that's a win. So that's 4 wins in 8 weeks. Week 9 against the Chargers, that ain't happening. Week 10 against the Panthers, could go either way, but I think I'm going to give it. I think they're going to split it, so a loss for the Falcons. Week 11 with the Bears, I'm going to go with a win there, so that's 5. Week 12, the Commanders, I'm going to go with a win there, that's 6. 13 with the Steelers, I don't see that one happening. I just don't. So still 6 wins. Then we get the Saints again. Once again, I think that the Saints could take that one a little bit more into the season. Then we got the Ravens week 16. The game is on Christmas Eve, right? So they might be, maybe the Ravens might slip up a little bit with Christmas right around the corner. So, I'm going to give the Falcons the win in that one, putting them in, I believe, 7 wins overall on the year. Just nice little Christmas present, right? So 7 wins so far. The Cardinals, I don't see them taking it. And the Bucks, like I said, I think that they can get the win here against the Bucks for an 8-9 record overall. It's going to be super tough, though. This is a rough schedule. I mean, these weren't easy games to pick, really. So 8-9, a bit of an improvement from last year, but I don't know, man. They're playing some tough teams. But 8-9, like I said, they're still trying to get things going here. They got Mariota at quarterback for this year. They got some good pieces. Of course, Drake London, who they drafted, some free agency picks. Kyle Pitts hopefully can improve again. Their defense is still going to be a little bit shoddy, I think, but we'll see what they can do. But overall, not a great season, not a horrible season. A little bit under 500, but I definitely think they could definitely get over 500. But these are just my predictions with the teams at the moment. Looking at the schedule, 8-9, I think, for the Falcons. But please drop a comment. What do you think the Falcons win total will be this upcoming season? We'd love to hear it and hear your comments on Facebook and YouTube. Also, check out the podcast. Available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, iTunes, iHeartRadio, you name it. You can find us at 100 Football. I've been your host today, Logan Landers. Have a tremendous day, everyone, and we will talk to you again on another live episode. Till then,